Alexa, volume down. Alexa, volume down. Alexa, volume down. Alexa, volume 2. Hi everybody. I can't see anybody live yet, but I just seen a wee reaction there, so I think people are coming on. I'm just lighting my Dragon's Blood Sage stick for a wee cleanse. Oh, hi Christy. Morning. Afternoon here. I hope this lighting's okay, guys, because it's really dull outside. It's a very dull day here in Scotland. It looks like it's going to rain, as usual. Hi Christy. Good morning. Is this a bit squint? I think it is. Hi guys, sorry I had to change the time. So basically I've been running about trying to clean the house and stuff, and my brother's meant to be visiting tomorrow from up north, and he kind of sprung it on me, and I'm trying to clean and be a mum and just do all the things. So yeah, and I have a cup of tea, so I hope you don't mind. I won't constantly drink it, but usually I'm not this organised for a life, so hopefully everything goes alright. How are you, Christy? What have you been doing this morning? It is just past 4 PM here, so I'm trying to work out what time it will be for you. You're saying my Alexa doesn't listen to me either, but I changed it to a sexy male, so at least I enjoy the arguing. I know, honestly, I talk to her in an English accent, and I think people think I make this up, but she really doesn't understand the broad, like Scottish accent, I guess. Watch this, honestly, watch this. Alexa, volume up. See? Oh, that was funny. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about Hygge. I can never pronounce it right, but I'm going to do my best. So it's spelled Hygge, but it's pronounced Hygge or Hygge, and it's about the Danish tradition of slow living, relaxation, comfort, warmth, and just, yeah, the living with intention, living slowly. And I thought it would be a good wee topic for January to bring that into our witchcraft, and how could we do that. So that is kind of my thoughts about this month. But yeah, she doesn't listen to me either, as you can see. Because I'm like, Alexa, volume down. Like, honestly, I'm waiting for this. I'm trying to balance this phone. I'm not balancing it on anything, it's on a flat surface, but the thing that's... Anyway. So I'll just wait a few wee minutes. We can chat for a wee minute, and then I'll just get going, and obviously, hopefully people will join in. I'll swipe left before we start so I can see comments. It's snowing here. No way, it's snowing? Wow, it's not even snowed here, like, at all. It's not snowed here at all. I expected it to start snowing, like, now that it's January, but nothing. We've not had a thing. Edinburgh, I've had a lot of snow last week. Aberdeen, I've had a lot of snow, but we've had nothing. Glasgow's had not a thing. It's snowing here. I'm in South G, right at the Florida, so right at the Florida border, so I'm enjoying the view and sitting in front of the fire. See, that is Hygge. That is Hygge or Hygge. I should have pronounced it better before I started, but that is the art of slow living, where you're just by the fire, chilling, watching what's going on outside, and just doing your thing. Sorry, Christy, that was so funny. My Alexa's answering every time you say his name. Oh, too funny. Oh, that's so funny. I just put on, you know, I don't know if you like Practical Magic, Christy, but I just put the song on at the end, you know, Amis Veratus, but of course she didn't understand that, so I had to skip it. So I hope that's alright for on here. I might just have to turn it down really low. It's not too loud, is it? You can't hear it too loud, right? So we'll just get started and hopefully other people will join us, or it'll just be you and I. So this January live is a little bit of Hygge in your craft. I'm going to actually ask her to pronounce this to see if I'm doing this right. Alexa, can you pronounce the Danish word Hygge?
From Duolingo.com. I can't say definitively because I'm an American who has only been learning Danish for about 5 months. But I typically pronounce lava like lewu and soda like soku.
She thought I said lava. No, Alexa, can you pronounce Hygge?
From dictionary.com. I can't pronounce this word.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm trying to get her to pronounce Hygge. But right, so it's spelled Hygge and it's pronounced Hygge or Hygge. Yeah, so yeah, Hygge. So the term Hygge is a Danish term for feeling cozy, comfortness and contentness, and just the art of living slowly. So the Danes love the art of just living slowly and living with intention. And I first found it a few years ago when I was looking up, probably for winter, you know, slowing down, things to try and, like, you know, make you feel cozy and comfy for like the long winter months, or, you know, like just to add on to my craft things that I was already doing. So the term Hygge is a Danish term for feeling cozy, comfortable and content. It goes way back to the start of the 1800s and can even be traced back to the times when the Vikings were around, and they saw it as time to create like fires and create community. So it was all about community and safety and security. Like they wanted that security, they wanted the safety, and they wanted the comfort. So it can be traced way back to the start of the 1800s, and I think the Danish people started incorporating it into their lives just at the start or the end of the 1800s. So the ideas of Hygge can be as simple as the lighting of a candle. So in the morning, sometimes I like to get up in the morning, and if I get a chance, I like to read a few pages in my book. So I'll light a candle, and that's like, you know, the art of Hygge, where you can just sit and live with intent and live slowly. I'm just going to read your last comment once this slow connection thing disappears. Melissa pronounced it for you. Oh, did she? So is it pronounced the way I'm saying it? Does it sound alright? I tried to send you a snow pic, but I can't send it here. The music is perfect. Thank you. No way. That is so funny. Your Alexa's like, your sexy male voice is like, Hygge, and this, she's like, I cannot pronounce it. Oh, this is too funny. That's so funny. Oh, and I've just had I've just had a Facebook message from Angie saying, are you still doing your live? Christy, could you message Angie for me on Messenger and just say, like, I'm still live, so maybe people can't see it. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to see it though, because it's obviously in the group. Yeah, could you do that for me, please? Could you just message her on Messenger and just say that, yeah, I'm live? Maybe it's just taking a while for them to see it. So yeah, so Hygge is the art of just living slowly and simply. So the lighting of a candle, reading a book by candlelight, reading a book in your cozy spot. So for me, reading a book's like in my living room on a kind of wintry, stormy day, with a candle lit, just all cozy, getting into a good book, and the art of, like, just, yeah, living with intent, even riding a bike on like a cool autumn day, those kind of things, you know. So the Danes really appreciate the art of living slowly, comfortably, with intention, and I just thought I'd do this wee live to chat about things that we could do in our witchcraft for like January and beyond. So how can we add Hygge to the path of witchcraft? Oh, there's Jenny. Hi. Hi, Jenny. Good afternoon. Oh, don't be sorry, it's alright. I've only been live for about, I don't know, maybe 6-7 minutes or so. I'm just guessing, but I think so. Welcome. Hi. Good morning to you. No, don't worry, honestly, it's fine. I've just went over the term of Hygge. So if you haven't heard of it before, it is a Danish word, and it comes from the 1800s, and it's the Danish term for the art of living slowly and living with intention, creating that cosy, comforting environment to live slowly in a comfy environment. And it's pronounced Hygge, and I was trying to get my Alexa to pronounce it to make sure I was doing it right, and Christie's Alexa's going crazy. So I've just been sitting laughing about that because it's been really funny. I always feel I bring laughter to the live, so what can I say? Hi Angie, morning. Hi Jenny. So how can we add Hygge into the path of our witchcraft? So the first thing I had down was comfort food, but I'm actually going to go to the hearth and home part that I had because I think it kind of makes sense and flows a bit better. So you can basically look at your home and work out areas where you can do the best art of Hygge. So for me, like I was just saying, I like to sit in the living room with a book when it's stormy, rainy outside, by candlelight, and that's like my peaceful art of Hygge. That's what I love to do. And taking slow walks on an autumn day, riding a, well, I don't personally ride a bike anymore, but like, you know, riding a bike on an autumn day. Oh, would it not play? I wonder why it's doing that. That's strange. Oh, come on, Facebook. Do you think it's maybe the music? I was wondering that. I said that to Christy just because it is like from Practical M. I'm just saying that, but yeah, so Hygge, so it's pronounced Hygge, but it's pronounced Hygge or Hygge. Thank you, they're just new. I just got them yesterday. I got them off it's kind of like eBay, but it's like an app and you bid for stuff. It's really cool, so I love them. I know, it's so hard to pronounce stuff, honestly. I don't even pronounce the Celtic stuff right, and I'm Scottish, so come on. So yeah, so you can declutter your home and hearth by clearing out things you don't need, things that are maybe holding on to stagnant energy, and once you kind of clear out all the stuff you don't need and have that kind of decluttering and just cleansing your space, you can cleanse it with sage sticks and smoke cleansing and like cleansing the energy and the energy of the room by using like bells or, you know, like the sound bowls, smoke cleansing, stuff like that. And then once you cleanse, you can clean using like essential oils, like in a spray. I've got one myself, like that's made up by a company, and that's what I use to clean the kitchen and stuff in the bathroom. So when you get rid of all that clutter, and you can cleanse and like deep clean and cleanse and start smoke cleansing and going about the house and just getting your area to be the way you want it. And just remember that Hygge is mostly slow and how did I just write there? Peaceful. Sorry, I couldn't. Slow and peaceful and just like small sections. So it's no like the clearing of your whole house and being like, need to get this done, need to get this done. It's very mindful, peaceful living. So like for example, today I've cleaned my living area and some in my bedroom so that I could get in to do this live because everything's just been everywhere since Christmas. And for me, like the intention of doing that, you know, cleansing a space and clearing a space to do an art of what you enjoy is just the true art of doing some Hygge. So obviously I would prefer the whole house was spotless and clean and just getting down to it, but it's not about rushing and getting in there and getting everything done. It's really about taking little small bits of your life in your home and just cleansing it all out, clearing it all out, and then making space for you to live intentionally and slowly and peacefully to create that comfy coziness. So yeah, so basically cleansing and clearing your home and hearth, and then bringing in stuff that you enjoy, like candles and stuff for ritual baths and stuff like that. So have you heard of Hygge before? So have you guys heard of it before? Have you heard the term before? And if you have, how do you bring it into your life now? So that's the first kind of set of questions I wrote down. And cheers to anyone having their morning tea or their morning cuppa, their morning tea or morning cuppa. Their morning tea or morning coffee is what I meant to say. I'm just having good old fashioned Scottish tea, Scottish blend. So yeah, have you heard of Hygge before? And if you have heard of it, how do you already incorporate it into your life? Like what kind of things do you do? So for me, I already do ritual baths, I already do reading, cosy reading when I get the chance. I already do candles, candle work, lighting candles, and cosy movies. Like I've wrote things like that down as well for them, but like cosy movies, cosy books. So Angie has said, yes, and I didn't even realise until you just described everything you did that I actually practice this way in a lot of the areas you're talking about. Well, that's great. So for me, I used to just thingy it down to reading and lighting candles, but I have done more in the coming years. I've done in the and oh my god, I can't talk today. In the past, I've done it, but coming up, I'm going to be doing more. Oh my god, what's wrong with me today? Alexa, volume down. Honestly. Well, that's great, Angie. I love that. And I know we talked about ritual baths and stuff before. So the next, I'll read other answers as they come up. So the next thing I wrote down was comfort food. So comfort food is a big part of coziness for Hygge. You can make cake, you can make cinema rolls, you can make soup, stews. I'm just thinking about that good old fashioned like comfort food. Obviously in Scotland it's like mince and potatoes, stovies, and like cottage pie, stuff like that. You know, good old fashioned comfort food that you can really enjoy, that makes you feel warm and fuzzy and makes you feel cosy and good. So you can make soups, stews, comfort foods, make things that really feel good for the soul. And how can we make this witchy and add it into our craft? Well, we can put our intentions into the food that we're making. So for example, when I done a Mayborn feast one time, I was putting in like more connection for my family, and you know, like kind of intentionally going over the food and saying like, you know, more connection, happier times, happier memories, stuff like that, because we're going through a rough patch obviously at the time. So we can put our intentions in, putting our words over the food. We could bring peace, calmness, protection, anything that you want to bring into the house. You could do some kitchen witchery, and it doesn't need to be food like dinners and meals. It can be cakes, it can be snacks, it can be anything like that. You can also add hot drinks. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes in the morning I'll be stirring my tea and I'll add a pentacle into it, or I'll say some words of intention for the day. So you can do that into your food and your drinks. Your morning coffee, your tea, your herbal tea blend, and actually making your own herbal tea would probably be a really witchy thing for Hygge, because sitting, you know, enjoying the tea, enjoying like comfort. I'm probably going to say cozy and comfort so much in this, right? But it's just that is the act of just Hygge. So you can make your own tea blend. Obviously, a lot of ladies here do. Crystal, I think Sarah Lee makes her own tea blends and stuff. I for one, I've never made my own tea blend, because anytime I drink herbal tea, I just don't like the taste, and it's so annoying because I know it's like such a witchy thing to do, but I just don't like the taste. I find it really just, it's probably because I'm so used to my Scottish tea with my sugar in it, and that's probably what it is. So I'm looking for ideas, guys, to sweeten up my tea, to make me want more herbal tea. So fling them my way if you know. So you can make your own tea blend with intention, and also I wrote this at the end because I completely forgot all about it. But also you could make a simmer pot for your witchy, kind of the witchy vibes for Hygge. So obviously for me, I've made one at Beltane, I put in like lemons, oranges, lavender, I think I put some sage. I can't remember what I put in, but you know, just all that good stuff in your in your simmer pot. Get it on the hob and get it going. Fill the room with the lovely fragrance, and it could just make your home feel really cozy, and you're adding a bit of witchcraft in at the same time, so then you can sit with the book or watch TV or have friends round, be social, don't be social, and you can use like summer pots and bacon and stuff like that to have it all cozy and comfy. So making a summer pot would be a blissful, comfortable Hygge exercise. So, a blissful, comfortable and cozy Hygge exercise to put on summer pots and baked goods and comfort food in you. So that's what they're all about, you know, that comfort food, socialness, getting stuff like, you know, going. And to add the witchy intent would be to have herbal teas, make your own blend, you know, cook like things with pentacles in it, or talking intentions over it, or drawing things into it. You could even put sigils in your food, runes, anything like that. So yeah, so let's see what you guys are saying. Christy said, oh, I'll be back up there. I need to watch. I don't end this live. Sometimes I've done that before. So Angie has heard about Hygge, and I've described most of the things that she does. Christy says, nope, never heard of it, but I love the concept as I sit here with my coffee in front of the fire. But like I said at the start of the live, like that's amazing. Like that is the true art of it's just being one and having time to yourself and living with intention. Christy said, and I've read that. Why does this keep jumping up? Come on. Angie said, I love everything comfort and cozy. I think I need to make a soup today. I've gave you the good ideas. I think I need to make soup today. Why do you keep jumping up? Stop. My goodness. Angie says she loves making her own tea blends. I have an abundant chai tea I can send you. Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. Does that taste bitter? Or does it taste kind of, like, describe the taste? I don't know. Honestly, I've never liked herbal tea. It's terrible. Jenny says, Angie, I love chai tea iced. And Angie said, I love that it can bring magic and witchcraft into so many areas of your daily life, especially the kitchen. Christy said, I'm not much of a tea drinker, but I love coffee. But Crystal has one called Grandmother's something or other, and it is amazing. Yeah, so that, you know, that's what brings a good connection with us all, because we're all, you know, we all like different things, and we all make different things and bring that witchiness together. So I love that. So that was home and hearth and comfort food. Next on to candles, my favourite thing. Sorry, I'll show you guys the candles I've got burning on my altar before I end the live. I've got my big protection one that I got, if you watch my Samhain live, I've got that burning, and a nice little yellow one with like herbs in it. Yeah, I love just good old fashioned tea, Christy. Just Scottish tea. It's just tea. It's not like, doesn't taste like anything other than just normal tea. I'm just not much a herbal tea drinker, but again, it's because I just feel like I don't like the taste, but I'd love to find one that I love the taste, and I could switch them up because I think I just drink too much caffeine at this point. So yeah, so candles. Lighting candles can be a daily part of living with Hygge, as it's about simple, slow living, and there is definitely something so cozy about candles. To add the witchy magic element, you can use specific colours for what you're working on. So you could light an orange candle for creativity, creative energy. You could light black for protection if you want to protect the home, protect yourself, protect your family, or if you're working in any spells. You could light blue for healing, or you could just light a white candle and just, you know, put your intentions out for the day. I picked orange for creativity because that's what I'm going to be trying to bring in this year. Lots of creative energy, and lots of creative energy to the home and stuff. Hopefully keep my momentum going with decluttering and getting my home to how I want it, which is a big part of Hygge for me right now, just wanting to have my home the way I want it so that I can practice more element of relaxing and, you know, having social things and stuff going on. So yeah, so orange for creativity, black for protection, blue for healing, just white you guys know you can use a white candle for pretty much anything if you're putting your own intentions in. You could even inscribe sigils, you could inscribe words into the candle, you can inscribe sigils, runes, anything you want for the home. And you can clean and cleanse your altar space, your witchy spaces, your spiritual spaces, and light candles there for coziness and for practicing your craft. So I've just put a wee pause there. If you guys have any questions, you want to ask anything, you have any ideas, and then obviously that was the questions about Hygge, but you've already answered that already. So if you guys get any questions so far, or want to ask anything, or have any ideas, or anything you want to share. Oh, and I'll take a wee moment here. If you guys are watching this on the replay, just please comment as if you were watching it live, and just remember it needs to be more than 5 comments to count for it to be watched. Just wanted to add that in. Sorry, I had an itchy eye there. So yeah, if you guys have got any questions or anything you want to ask, anything you want to share, feel free. Red candles and earth and home. Yep, that's it. So the next thing I've put down that is very Hygge, and for me especially, and I think for probably all witches, and we can really bring this one in, there's so many things you can do with this. So many things, is ritual baths, and just the art of, like, you know, going for a bath, chilling out, having like time to relax, get into a comfy bathrobe, here we call them a dressing gown, or a house coat. They have many names, and chilling out in front of the fire like Christy's doing right now, you know, reading a book, watching a series, watching a movie, that kind of thing. So what we could do with ritual baths is we can have self-care ritual baths, we can have moon ritual baths, we can have full moon ones, new moon, whatever you want. I've seen so many amazing things on social media when people do moon baths and they make the bath like black, or they make it like, you know, whatever. They use natural things to add the colouring in, and they put petals in and different herbs and floating candles, different things. You can just go wild with that kind of thing. So self-care baths, moon rituals, full moon, new moon, if you're working with specific goddess or god, or your normal deities, the ones that you feel close to your heart. An amazing way to bring witchcraft into Hygge is ritual baths, and for witchcraft this could be incorporated in so many ways, like I've said. So to create a cosy ritual bath, you can add flowers, herbs, candles, salt, music, incense. You can read in the bath, obviously, you can play music. One thing I really love to do in the bath, this is not so much when I'm doing a ritual bath though, just in general a bath, is watch witchy YouTubes. I love to just listen to them, chill out, lie in the bath. Sometimes I'll put a meditation on, because I don't really do well with just sitting doing a meditation. I like to listen to words or listen to someone talk me through things so I can picture it in my mind. Or sometimes I just like to play music and just chill in the bath. So you could do that with your ritual bath. You can have like music on, maybe a specific herbs or specific music that you like to listen to. You can have that on while you're having the ritual bath. But like I said, you can add flowers, you can add herbs, you can add salt, a different colour, you can use natural colourants, you could use colourants that you make up yourself. And coziness could be a bath by candlelight, and reading a book, listening to music. And in February I'm actually going to be doing a self-care ritual bath and making some self-care bath salts. So I feel that'll be a nice wee add-on to this live, because obviously it's part of this live. So I'm going to be moving on to that and making like a wee self-care bath, and I'll probably do the bath so that I can take pictures and stuff of what I've done, and then add it into the live before, like I do it, or after maybe. But I'll be doing the self-care February live on a self-care bath and bath salts. I think you guys are answering my questions and stuff, so I'm gonna, I've seen that one. Sorry, I'm just, it's warm and Angie said, sorry, it's warm and spiced in flavour. I use, what does that say? Rooibos? Sorry, I don't know what that says. In my blend, not Hygge really, I'll send you the recipe. Oh, thank you so much. That would be lovely, thank you. Angie says she takes a ritual, why does this keep jumping up? I take a ritual meditation bath every Friday morning. If I had a fireplace, I would live in front of it. So with that, I would never get anything done then with it. Jenny said, I take a shower. Oh, I've actually added that on, but I'm glad you said that. I take a shower in the morning to calm my soul and prepare inner peace for the day ahead. Well, that's amazing, Jenny. But yeah, you don't just have to take baths, you can take showers. I've actually added that on at the bottom. I just said, oh, I meant to add, if you don't have a bath, you can always have a shower. Still light candles, still create that ambience in the room. And you could use like a shower steamer. So you know how sometimes people will, so you can add like herbs and flowers and salt to the bath. Sometimes people will use like shower steamers, so you can get herby ones of them, maybe like a wee witchy blend, and you can still do self-care. And what I like to do in the bath, in the shower, sorry, 2 seconds. Excuse me, sorry. What I like to do in the shower is, if I'm having a really stressful time or I've got a lot of things hanging over me, I like to envision when you're washing your body and washing your hair that all the negativity and all the BS just washes down the plug hole. So you could do that for a self-care, and like you could even meditate, stuff like that. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Jenny. Thank you. That you take a shower in the morning to calm and get ready for the day ahead. Love that. Oh, happy new moon today. Oh, I can't believe I've done this in a new moon. I love when things like that happen and I've not realised it. So like a new moon bath, you can have a new moon bath and make it really dark, witchy, goddessy, or whatever you like. So my next question was, has anyone done a ritual bath? What did you do? What did you add? So I've said pause for questions. So Angie has said that she does a bath every Friday, and Jenny says that she has a shower every morning. Jenny's asking, can she possibly get the recipe? Please and thank you. Why does this keep jumping up? Come on. I'll send it to you, Angie said. Sorry guys, this is just jumping again. I love my Friday self-care baths. I love those shower steamers. I use them in almost every shower. Christy said, yep, and here I sit. You're still there. Just get that Hygge vibe. You don't need to move. Angie says, I'm here with you in heart. Oh, that's lovely. I've caught up in the comments. Thank you guys. So yeah, so have you done a ritual bath and what do you add? Angie has already shared. Christy, what about you? Do you have ritual baths? Is it something you've ever done? And Jenny, you also. So yeah, so coziness in the bath. Sorry guys, I knew that was gonna... Oh, why did that have to happen? I nearly get through a whole live without that happening. Sorry guys, 2 seconds, you'll need to look at my light until I fix this. Oh, this always happens. I'm so sorry, 2 seconds. I was doing so well. Oh, so annoying. That is so annoying. I hate when that happens. Oh, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. Need to put this back in the holder. I'm trying not to end the live. I hate when that happens. Oh, what a nightmare. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens, and Angie's going to be laughing because that was one of the things I said to her when we first started chatting about lives. I said, honestly, this always happens to me with the blooming holders, and this is a new one, guys. This is a new one. The spirits are just playing with me right now. People are just playing with me. The universe, come on. Yeah, so you love your Friday self-care baths. I love a ritual bath too. Love that it's a new moon. Did not know that. That is so cool. Sorry, I'm just going to pick up my notes. I almost get through a whole life, guys. I almost get through a whole life without this happening. Why, oh why, oh why did that happen? So yeah, so that's ritual baths. And you can put any intention. I mean, it could just be the intention of calm, cosy. You know, calm, cosy, relaxation. I can't believe that happened. That's so annoying. Angie, it would be the same if it didn't. I love how you keep it real. Yeah, I'm keeping it very real here. Jenny said, I love your accent. Thank you so much. Christy says, I do showers with the steamers. I drive my husband crazy. I can stay in there for an hour. Well, I'm so glad you said that. Because see, when I shower, my husband always goes, you've been in there for about 45 minutes. What have you been up to? And I'm like, just having a shower, having a bath, chilling. Men just don't get that, don't they? No, they just, know that I'm bashing the men. I'm just saying. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad that you can understand me, and I hope I'm not talking too fast, guys. Am I talking too fast? Anyway, so that is ritual baths, if my phone had not fallen over. Oh, so annoying. I can't believe that happened. Yes, Angie, it would not be the same. Why, oh why, oh why. So, we've done home and hearth, we've done ritual baths and comfort food and candles and keeping it cosy. So now we're going to cosy books and movies. So I don't have any books for you guys to look at or anything, because a lot of my books are kind of romantic comedies and then like my witchy books and stuff. But cosy books could be, I was just thinking, they could be anything. They could be, if you're into cookery, you could sit and read your cookery book and think about your next comfort food you're going to make, or your next baked goods, or your next thing to do to feel cosy and comfy. Or it could be whatever you're researching in your craft. Obviously right now, Angie, Christy, and the rest of the girls that are doing the House Witch book. It talks about the energy in your home and the hearth and stuff like that. So you could even, research things into what you want to do in your craft. Sorry guys, I've got an itchy eye. What you want to move on and research into your craft. So that could be your reading, and that could be your reading and your comfiness and your coziness. Yeah, the House Witch, yeah. Christy said, you're teaching us to calm the chaos. Chaos had to happen. Well, that's so ironic, but probably. It's just so annoying. It's like, I feel like people might think I'm just like, so like, just all these things just happen. Hi. That's my little girl. I can't believe she came in. That's so funny. Hiya. It's alright, I'll get her. She's fine. She's fine. Alyssa, come to mummy. Come here. Alexa, I'm not talking to you. Oh, Paul, you're going to need to come shut that door. She's run out again. Rubble, go. Sorry, guys. Pets and kids. Rubble, get out. You're not going to be on camera. Just get him out. I'm sorry, baby. Not now. I know. Mummy will not be long. Sorry, guys. She came in, and I didn't mind that she came in, but then the dog came in, and there you go. The chaos is everywhere in here. My house is very chaotic. I'm not going to lie. So when you sit down in your cosy living space, adding a comfort movie or a comfort book, this is also a very important part of Hygge, and it is probably one of my favourites. Favourites, other than the book and the stormy night and the autumn feel and all that. But if you add in it, so you're adding an element of pure cosy. And my go-to cosy movie is Practical Magic. It is my go-to movie every year. As soon as autumn is even shown that little bit of sign, I'm there watching Practical Magic. I absolutely love it. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the nostalgia, because I think I was 17 when the movie came out, so I absolutely love it. I adore it. It's just that house. I would love to live in that house. So to add the element of pure cosy and just that magical witchy feel, my go-to movie is Practical Magic. And I just love the witchy vibes. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the nostalgia. So, if you can really hone in on a series or a movie or something that you like, it can really bring that, that happiness to your heart, the cosy, comfy element. And you can just sit there by candlelight, chilling, watching your movies. Anything, it could be anything. It doesn't need to be, I've picked that because that is my go-to. But I've also got a non-witchy one, which I totally love. And I don't know if you guys will love it, but I love it. Maybe it's because I'm in my 40s now and it takes me back. But I love You've Got Mail. It is one of my favourite movies. I love the plot. I love it. I love the romance. I love the autumn vibes. I love just the whole thing about it. So not just a book, but a movie. You can be cozy in your element with a cozy book or a movie. And that's like the true art of hygge. Like Christy is doing right now, chilling in front of the fire. You could be chilling with a book, chilling with a movie. But it doesn't have to be, excuse me, it doesn't have to be practical magic or like a movie like that. It could be a witchy movie. It could be witchy info that you're reading about. It could be witchy, witchy tales, anything. That could be history witchcraft. It could be history witchcraft. It could be romantic witchcraft. It could be a spiritual book. It could be something you're researching. Anything. It can be anything, as long as it brings that comfort, cozy feel to you, to then relate it back to hygge. Oh, Angie said, I love that movie. And Angie also said, there are great romanticy cozy books too. I love Sarah Beth Durst, and it's The Spell Shop. And I love movies like You've Got Mail too. So do I love it. Sorry guys, my eye's twitching. What is going on? And also at the end, I just wanted to add that I'm going to do a candle magic spell just before in bulk, or in bulk. I don't know what way you guys say it, but in bulk. I'm going to do a spell for the ice altar. I don't know if you've seen it kind of circling on social media. That's where I first saw it, on someone that I follow on Instagram. I don't like to obviously mention too much social media on here because I know it's our wee group, but I like to follow people on Instagram too that are witchy, and YouTube and stuff. And one candle magic spell that I'm going to incorporate before in bulk is the ice altar spell. So you get like a ceramic dish and you put 3 candles in it. This YouTuber done a kind of pastel pink, and you add like herbs and flowers, and you fill it with water and you put it in the freezer, and then you bring it out before in bulk and light the candles until the water melts away. So I'm thinking of doing that, but I was thinking if I put it on my altar, I really need to keep a close eye, because obviously if the water melted really quickly, the candles would be all over the place. So yeah, I read that one, and Christy said, my go-to comfort movie is Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves. Is that Christopher Reeves, like him that done Superman? I've never heard of that movie before. And that's me at the end of my notes, guys. So yeah, so that's kind of how I feel we can bring our witchcraft to hygge. And I'm so glad that you guys have managed to, like, talk about like the ritual baths and things that you do to relax and stuff. But what kind of things do you think you could incorporate into your witchcraft from hygge, other than the ritual baths and candles and stuff? Is there anything else that you can think of that we could add in? I think us even sitting at our altars creating a spell is just like the pure art of magic, and for some people sitting at your altar could be that comfort, that safety. So anything else that you guys can think of that we could add in? For the comfort food one, I just love Maybon. Like, Maybon's just my time. Or the autumn equinox, I call it more, but I love baking stuff with apple in it. That is my true comfort food, like baking an apple crumble and just sitting at candlelight and reading books and watching movies. I love it. I love autumn. It's my favourite. The lake house. Oh, Angie, love. That just gave me goosebumps and it was weird. The Lake House with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. That was one of the first movies Paul and I ever saw at the cinema. So I love that one. And Christy said, yep, one of the first movies with Jane Seymour. And Angie said, my hubby is currently on his way to the store to get stuff to make soup. I've gave you an idea to make soup. And soup is such a comforting food, especially in Scotland in the winter. Everybody makes soup. Everybody makes soup. Hi Pixie. Welcome. I'm just wrapping it up soon. We're just chatting about other things we could add into hygge and talking about comfort movies and stuff. Jenny said, my comfort movie and books are history of the craft. Exactly, and that's the thing. That is one thing I'm going to be researching, is Scottish witchcraft. I've never really dived deep into it. little bits. But I'm going to dive more into it and hopefully do a live on it soon. Maybe not in the next few months, but maybe later on in the year. Christy wrote, naps. Well, do you mean naps like going for a nap? Well, it is. I mean, that's how we replenish ourselves and yeah, and get back to that good old self. But unfortunately for me, I can't nap during the day. I can't fall asleep. I don't know what it is. Angie said, oh, yeah, I did. I get goosebumps. I think that's why you're saying that. I'm not sure though. Oh no, the cinema. Angie said yes, all the naps. Well, yeah, because imagine you're just lying, watching your comfort movie, reading. I've got an itchy ear now. What is going on with me? I'm so sorry. Like witchy vibes, watching TV or reading a book, or like Jenny has said, like she loves history books. So just reading your book and then you go for a wee nap and yeah, replenish yourself and feel that comfort. Angie said, I'm excited to learn more about Scottish witchcraft. I need to make time for learning more. Me too. I really do. I need to make more time for researching and learning. I really do. But it is definitely one that I want to look into. Obviously, like I'm Scottish, I should know more about it than I do probably, but I don't. But yeah, guys, I'm going to show you my candles that I had burning. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to show you. Jenny said, I will do some research. What is wrong with my voice today? I will do some research to help you because I am looking into Scotland and Irish witchcraft right now. Well, that would be cool. Yeah, we could share we could share things. But yeah, it's very pretty much Celts and the Celtic side. So here's my altar right now. Never mind my tea. But yeah, so I had this candle burning, the protection one that I had from Samhain, and this lovely little yellow candle that I got from a place called Fife in a little witchy shop. It wasn't so witchy like, like us, like our spiritual witchy selves. It was more, it wasn't so much of our spiritual witchy selves, it was more like mass production of stuff, with a witchy vibe. But it was still cool. Hi, Ellen. Welcome. I'm just literally about to wrap up. Oh. And would you believe it, Ellen? My phone has fallen over twice. Absolutely enraged about that. Yeah, the new witch is starting. That's what I want to look into as well, because I feel like I was actually going to say there, Andrew, I would bring that into that live. Because that happened in, I want to say 2015, the year I got married. They came out with, for anybody that doesn't know, so I'm just going to take a sip of my tea because my mouth is so dry. They came out with a public apology for, sorry guys, my lips are so dry. They came out with a public apology for the families and the families from the future of the witches that were persecuted in the past, especially in Scotland. Obviously they were thinking about witches, but it was especially Scottish witchcraft, and they came out with a public apology and they actually made a specific tartan for it. So yeah, Andrew, yeah, you want some of the new witches tartan? Well, if I'm in Edinburgh and I see it and you can even get it on a keyring or something, I'll pick one up for you. Christy said, I just found out my great grandma was a McGilvery. Yeah, McGilvery. So down the rabbit hole I go. Let me know if you all come across the names. Yeah, McGilvery. I went to school with someone called McGilvery. So yeah, that definitely is a Scottish name. I don't know if it comes from like over Ireland way. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's Scottish. Ellen, honestly, I was like laughing, but I was like, this is so annoying because it always seems to happen to me, and I'm like, Spirit's playing with me right now, and I'm like, the universe. Angie said, I saw a beautiful floor-length skirt. I wanted it so badly. Yeah, like people have, it's been a big thing, because it's kind of black, grey, red. I'll need to look at it more, but yeah, and it was definitely out for like a public apology to the Witches of Scotland, which I think is amazing. I mean, it makes me feel really heavy and sad about all that. Aren't they so cute? I just got them yesterday. I love them. I've never had pentacle earrings, so I went for it. But yeah, so for anybody that's just joined and wants to watch the replay, Feel free to watch the replay and comment throughout and share your ideas. Share the questions asked was like, if you've heard of Hygge, what do you do if you have? What kind of things could you do? We talked about ritual baths and stuff, like how we would do a ritual bath and stuff like that. And I've encouraged Angie to go and make soup today, so she's going to make some good old-fashioned comfort food. I know they can be, Ellen, that's the thing, they can be so annoying, but this one that I've got on the now, it's got like a rubbery bottom that you make sticky, and then you pull the lever down to stick it on, and then the phone goes in, and it like you kind of like crank it in, so like it stays. And it's on a mirror. It's on my mirror, from a small mirror from the bathroom, so that it's like a flat surface, because I used to put it on books and stuff, and then obviously with the books the material would make it fall over, so I don't know why. It's so annoying. Oh, look at this wee witchy hat. I'm sorry, but I need to show you this, guys, because I'm sitting here, but look at this wee witchy hat. Angie, I feel like this is something you would like, just because you love making stuff and you're into fabric and stuff. But I got this in a wee witchy box at Christmas last year at Yule from my husband. So it's got the pentacle and the triple moon, and it's got a wee besom, wee broom, carnelian stones. I didn't know I was even getting that, but orange for me, it's just, I love it. Angie said, my family is descendant of Clan Sanders from McAllister and Donald. So my family on my mum's side is Campbell and McDonald. So they're very, very, that's from my mum's side. So Campbell, McDonald, because my auntie was a McDonald and my granny was a Campbell. From my dad's side, we are McTavish. So you can't get any more Scottish than that. We're McTavish, and it's spelled MacTavish. And obviously I'm married now, so I'm Hygge, and I think Hygge is an English name. So I was totally laughing at that the other day when Harrison said it, my son, because I'm like, your name could have been Harrison McTavish, and it's Harrison Hygge. But anyway, and my dad's mum was Shaw, so that is more English, I think, but she came from Canada. And my mum's dad is Gudbrand, and that's Norwegian, so I'm going down the rabbit hole with that one. But I've done my family tree, and because we don't know enough about him, so I can't go too far, and it's annoying because it's like Norwegian, like, are you kidding me? Like Freya, Odin, I love all that, like the Norse stuff, so I'm like, ah. So he was Gudbrand, so in the English way it's spelled Goodbrand, but in the Norse it's G, you know, the little dots, like when it's Germanic and Norse and stuff, Gudbrand, and it's, I can't remember what it stands for, but anyway, Angie said, that's so adorable, I'm about to start making witch hats. Oh, I love that. And Ellen said she is Cunningham and Crawford, and yeah, they're very Scottish. I went to school with 3 people with the name Cunningham and Crawford. So yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's so mad. I just said such a Glaswegian thing that it's mad, isn't it? Sorry guys, I just meant like, it's crazy. It's crazy how we could literally all be connected, like in one way or another. But yeah, so my side is Gudbrand, and oh sorry, I didn't do my mum's. My mum's mum was Campbell, from my gran, but she married an Aitchison, so I don't know what Aitchison is, but my granny was Campbell and my auntie was McDonald because she married McDonald, so they're very Scottish. My dad was McTavish, my mum married my dad McTavish, she was Gudbrand, so there's I'm Scottish, obviously born here, there's Canadian, German and Norwegian, like links, so love all that. Jenny said, my family is German and I'm doing my family tree because no one else in my family bothers with it. Yeah, same here. That's how I started doing it. I think cuddling up with a book on ancestry is very Hygge. Hygge. It is. Yeah, it is. Cuddling up with a book, researching anything, it really is. But especially your ancestry. Because, of course, it's like part of the heart, isn't it? So, yeah, I feel the same, Jenny. I feel the same because I have done so much. Like, I've put my sister, obviously, my dad, all my brothers, my mum's family, my dad's family, and it does trace them, but I cannot go back far with my dad, my mum's dad, because nobody really knows anything about him. And my mum had a brother, a step-brother, so it was my mum's dad, obviously different mums, and I found him on Jeans Reunited once. It's a page for like connecting you, like, there was Friends Reunited, well, there was Jeans Reunited. So I researched him and found him, managed to connect with him, and he was saying how he had a daughter and stuff like that, but there wasn't much that he knew about his own dad and stuff. So yeah, so I wish there was more, because he's Norwegian, like, it's like, that Norse way, and I'm like, oh, I love it all. Hopefully one day I get more info. But anyway, I hope you guys have loved this live, talking about comfort food, the candles, the bath rituals, books, movies, spaces, cleansing, clearing the space, being very intentional, very hygge. Christy at the start of the live was being very hygge, sitting by the fire. Angie's saying a cup of tea and some YouTube videos on my connections to history through ancestry is my favourite. I just love watching witchy YouTubers. That's what I love to do. I've not been doing it as much as I usually would, but I love to watch witchy YouTubers. I just think it's fascinating because everybody practices so differently, and I usually... I'm laughing. Look at my head, it's as if the horns are on my head. I always think that when I do lives, but if anybody hasn't seen my cool... Look at my Highland cow. Isn't he so cool? My Highland cow. See him? And I just love the colours, he's so cool. But yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm zoning out there, sorry. Angie said, this has been wonderful. I will make my soup, drink my tea and read. I will probably not be making soup because I think Paul's making dinner. I will read because I need to read The House Witch, and I'm definitely going to go make a cup of tea again because I'm addicted to tea, I'm terrible. Yeah, my Highland cow, me and Paul and the kids went up north in 2019. No, not 2019. We did, but 2021, just before I fell pregnant with Alyssa, and our log cabin had a picture like this, so we found an image and got it blown up and put it on a canvas. I love it. I know, look at when I sit like that. The horns. Oh, I'm so random. Ellen said, lol, I was noticing that with the horns, but it looks super cool. Yeah, I love. That's what, because I always sit like this. It's because if I sit like this, I feel like if there's any mess in the background, which there isn't really, it's just Paul's jacket. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting on and on. So I hope you guys have loved to relax with me, with a cuppa maybe, a coffee, Christy sitting by the fire. Sorry, I probably said the words cosy and comfy and relaxing way too much. But yeah, hygge is about being at one with yourself, relaxing, being comfy, living simply, living with intention. And the Danes rave about it. And there's a lot of books online about hygge. So if you just type in the Danish art of hygge, and it's spelled Hygge, you'll find lots of books on it. I just don't have any to show you guys, and I really would. But yeah, I've probably said comfy cozy too many times, but it's a live about hygge and witchcraft. I mean, I was gonna. But now that Angie has told me it's a new moon, which I didn't know, maybe I'll do a new moon bath tonight. Maybe you guys could do one too. Add in some, I don't have any petals to add in, but I've definitely got all sorts of salts and herbs and crystals and new candles. So yeah, could light the bathroom up with candles and put in herbs and salts and do a new moon. You could, if you're connecting with any dark goddesses, you could do a new moon connection, like some sort of connection. I know I'm going to be doing that for Persephone. But yeah, you guys could do a new moon. If you feel anything that you do today, even your sip, Angie, put it in the comments under the live. Put it in, like, I'm sure you guys can type in it too. So put in the comments of the live, like, this was my day of hygge, I made soup and I relaxed with a book. Or you could put, this was my day of hygge, I lit some candles and watched a romantic comedy. Like, I love that. I love watching movies. And I love reading, I just don't have as much time as I used to. But yeah, I've loved this live, guys. I've loved it. I wish I could keep chatting, but I don't want to keep chatting. But I've loved this live. I hope you guys can find something useful from it. Sorry, my lips are so dry. This is ridiculous. Sorry. I hope you guys can find something from this live that you can use. Maybe something that you never thought of before. Maybe something that you are going to think of. And if there's any other ideas, guys, just put them in the live and we can chat about them for, you know, the rest of the month or whatever. But I'll be sure to put this in my YouTube link. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I've loved it. I've loved it. I've loved talking about Hygge with yous and all the carry on with the phone and the good laugh with Christy at the start. You need to look up the comments. She said her Netflix, I'm saying. She said her Alexa has got a sexy man voice, and every time I was saying Alexa, her Alexa was going off and I was laughing my head off, so it was funny. Because I was asking her to pronounce Hygge and she was saying, I have not known Danish very long, and I'm like, Alexa. But yeah, so that was funny. That was really funny. But yeah, guys, I've loved it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my live. I hope you've picked something up from the live that you can use. I hope I've cheered you up in some way. I hope I've given you some ideas to do some Hygge in your practice. And I hope you've loved it, because I've loved it. And blessings, guys, and have a good rest of January. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you in February for the self-love bath. And I hope you have an amazing in-bulk. Look up the ice otter, it's pretty cool. And if you do that, please share in the group or anywhere, even on Wo. But let me know if you try any of the things, and have a good in-bulk. Have a good rest of January and look after yourselves. Thank you so much. Bye. Blessings.